Here we go. Oh, it comes with all this order stuff. Okay. Gary loves you. Mine do cover it a little bit, which I quite like.
September 21st, 1987. It's been 1 year since I first went inside that house. I have to finish what I started. What I am about to do has not been approved by the Vatican.
You can't hit me with Abide With Me, just right in there. Does this accept controller input? It does. We'll be playing Capitulum Tres. Actually, before I do this, can I don't want Stretcherama. Oh yeah, I want to turn the background off. Demons enabled. I'll go down here. Show needles setting. Interesting. (1986) September 21st. I don't need to tell you that this assignment is top secret. Yes, sir. I'll let it play out. Here we go. We're in this. Baby's drawing. It's the mother. It's just she speak. I don't know, I guess we just follow. Like, it's like a flashback. It's like black and white. Almost. Muffled audio and all that stuff. Got spooked. It's just a bad dream. October 28th, 3 days until the profane Sabbath. 1 year later.
John, we don't have much time. The profane Sabbath is almost upon us. If they find Nate and Jason, they will perform a ritual on them to call forth a demon of unspeakable power. The name of the demon is Malphas. I am in the process of discovering their whereabouts. I will contact you again soon. We must not let them do to the boys what they did to Amy. Father Garcia.
Press A to cross. I'm excited. No going in this room.
I'm not going in there.
John, I can't find Nate or Jason Martin in the state of foster care system. It's possible that after what happened last year, they went to live with their relatives. I will try to find out what I can. Meanwhile, go investigate the clinic where Amy worked. We must find the place where they intend to summon Malphas and disrupt their plans. Vaya con Dios, Father Garcia.
Or via con Dios, I should say. If you've forgotten already, things are never quite as they seem. If you can't discern truth from lies, you could try remembering what you know to be true. Press escape or start to review your notes. John, I can't do this anymore. I'm sorry, I'll always love you back, Molly. Okay. Looks like our basement is flooded. Oh, damp. It's a little damp. I wonder if he can actually walk this way. He can indeed. Open world faith. the last thing this game needs. Just explore. Nah, it's just an extra couple screens for flavor. It did this in Chapter 1 too. You could explore the forest quite a lot. Got no CNs, let's go.
This is no place for you, preacher.
You sure about that? Gotta watch out, don't want to get run over. Chapter 2 had some of the scariest stuff you've seen in a video game. The tunnel at the end, yeah, that was really cool. It's been a couple of years, so I remember virtually none of it, but I do remember the sewers. Calling all metal fans, Beelzefest 1987 rocks the hell out of Hartford. Friday night, 10 till 2, featuring appearances by When All Is Said and Done, Trust No Corpse, The Horror Is Dead, Basement 2, Return to Bondage, Among the Bloodied, Lying Still in Silence, Mother of Shadow, and The Door to Afterbirth. Wait, no, this is 1987. I will not accept all these, like, new, like, metalcore band names being around in 1987. Beelzefest. You feel watched.
Rhonda Erickson from Gary Miller. Hi Rhonda, just a couple of reminders after last week's visit. Please keep your desk tidy. Our patients need to feel at ease with their healthcare experience. Remember our sales points. Clean, quick, courteous. Do not return any calls from the Department of Health before notifying me first or leaving a message with Tiffany. We cannot afford another surprise inspection. Please do call me on my direct personal line if you happen to hear back from Miss Martin. One more thing. Keep Jeffrey out of sight. Remember, Gary loves you.
Gary loves you. Eerie. Oh, there's like scans of babies. Ultrasounds. That one doesn't look okay.
More soul.
Yes, John. Maybe don't yell that next time. Man's give me a jump scare. It's in the light.
Someone drop off your bar here.
Okay. Hey, when I read the letters with the funny filter on, is that illegible and should I stop doing it? Or tweak it so that it's more legible? Ah! Damn it! Whoa, 3D. See what we can do. We'll tweak it next time.
I need to hide.
Woof. Yeah, I'm going.
I need to hide.
Come on. Well, that did not go well. Achievement unlocked, touched for the very first time. Damn. So that's a good opportunity for me to do this.
And test my audio.
I can make it more legible.
It's not as good, but it can be heard.
There we go. Well. Now we wait.
I need to hide.
This is that thing we saw in the ultrasound, isn't it? Is that loss on the curtain? I don't know.
I need to hide.
What do I do? Yo, it's the cop.
What the hell is going on here? You're coming with me, preacher.
Yep. It's gone. Oh no, window's broken. Wait, this isn't the same.
What is that feed?
Nice. Damn, it's like a bus, like a mini bus. Not now, Anthony. Not now. Nice. Oh man, don't do that. Okay, let's spin that wheel. That's a good start. Yes, it's a treat. It's very almost a trick, but it's not a trick. I will have a delicious candy. Thank you. It is. Whatever this is. Oh, it's praline. Ooh, delicious. So in 3D horror games, the only thing that bothers me really, I found, is like Mr. X walking after you really fast, and I'm like, fuck no. But anything else, I'm just like, well, yeah, whatever. Faith? Something about Faith is still really creepy. Oh man. The cop. Well, what's left of him? Fuck happened to that guy? In the balls. And the S. Low-res equals creepy. Mm-hmm. To say that the PS1 stuff is kind of an uncanny valley, sort of weird version of reality mixed with a strange nostalgia. Something that should be comforting becomes not, gets twisted by horror. It's one of the reasons that a lot of people turn to it for horror. It also helps that it's much easier to develop that kind of game, because you don't have to make super high-res assets for everything. But Faith has a look of an old Atari classic, and it looks great. And I wasn't even really around to play these games, and it's still creepy. Don't run over me. Right, we showed up, we dealt with Beelzebub, and a cop got killed. That was your first console. See, we had a Sinclair Spectrum ZX Plus 2, and then we had an Atari, I think it was ST 9000. $2,600, yeah, that was the cart one. Yeah, we didn't have that. That's cool. Why does the butt keep appearing in other places, Garcia? Leave. I think that was one of some of the smoother rotoscope stuff. Most of this stuff would have been doable back then. Just imagine if someone had the creativity to make a horror game like this on Atari. Yeah, that wouldn't have gone particularly well, would it, for the games industry? All the mannequins have moved. Can you imagine this in the papers, like graphic, brutal murders in video game? It is most certainly not your daughter. Let's see how Father Allred's doing, shall we? Take it, save her. We got the cross. But what happened to Father Allred? "2 days until the profane Sabbath." Is Father less red now? Too soon.
I'm not going in there.
John, for now, this is the only... Oh god, that gets really loud, doesn't it? John, for now, this is the only way I can contact you. I think they are watching me. Keep tapping out. I need you to come over as soon as you can. The situation has gotten much worse. My address is 665 Orange Street, apartment 5A, New Haven, CT 06511. Thank you, Lisa. P.S. If for some reason I don't answer the door, get the spare key from my friend Tiffany. John, there's an apartment building in New Haven where they may be attempting to summon Malthus. I'm not able to go there myself. It's up to you to stop their rituals. Vaya con Dios, Father Garcia. John, I don't know if you're getting my letters or not, but I hope you'll be here soon. I really need your help. They're in the apartment. I see them all the time now. I can hear them in the darkness. I haven't slept in days. When you get here, just come straight to my place. Tiffany can't be trusted. Don't talk to my neighbors either. They won't let me leave. Lisa.
I'm a demon. We're gonna summon the Amalthus. CT. I can't remember the US state codes. Connecticut. That's one. That's one. There you go. Could be it. Connecticut. As it is for some reason spelled. Nobody pronounces the other C. It's weird. But then again, we live in England, so I'm not going to say anything. among the damned. Ah, the Red Letter Media Halloween special's out. I should watch that later. Outgoing. Oh, these are like deposit boxes.
Hello, Mr. Ward. I am sorry to have worried you. I am perfectly fine. I have not been feeling like myself lately. However, I am much better now. Please do not trouble yourself with coming to visit. I have decided to take an extended vacation in the country, so you will not find me at home. Sincerely, Lisa Pearson.
I should check my other notes from Lisa.
Ward, do not visit. I'm taking an extended vacation in the country. If I don't answer the door, get the spare key from Tiffany. Tiffany's not to be trusted. They are watching me. Every other note says John. Oh yeah, I forgot her name was John Ward. You're right. Yeah, this is not... this is not legit. Oh, sorry, yeah. The other thing I'm going to check is... Apartment 5A. Lisa and Tiffany. Lisa Pearson. So that's Lisa Pearson's 5A box. She says don't visit Tiffany, but I think maybe I should. 3B or AA. Wait. 2A, 2B. This is a lift. Never back at Atari NES. No. There were definitely horror games back then. There was just never anything quite like this. The thing that started Resident Evil was an NES game. That's true. Sweet Home was an NES game. Hugo's House of Horrors has some pretty horrific scenes in it. This is 3B. Is this Tiffany's? got a key. That's Amy. Ah, I see. This is us going upstairs, isn't it? Right. I need to find her deposit box. These aren't deposit boxes at all, are they? They look like mailboxes, but I don't know if I can actually use that key. Oh, 5A? The key to 5A was in 3B's room. Oh, of course. She said, don't trust Tiffany. Alright, let's go to 5A then. It's hard to say if something was or was not as successful as something today, because games today are mainstream, and back then they were for people that were into technology. Like, they were buying the computers and stuff, because they were exorbitantly expensive for computers, and it was very much a specialist hobby. Even when, like, some of us were in school, it was a specialist hobby. And now everyone plays games, you know, so... It is a difficult thing to judge. If you like playing games, the first floor is a great place to start over. However, to play the game, you must know the rules. Beware, if you have a susceptible soul, you might get pulled in. How could I not? People consider Fatal Frame successful. See, I never thought they did, but then again, I don't really read the reviews, so... I mean, so Fatal Frame is, like, weird, because it's very much, like, a game that everyone who plays it seems to like. It's kind of like a cult classic, but it sold too many copies for me to call it a cult classic. Yeah, that's a good point. You don't make 5 games for a series that isn't successful. Ah, that was a mistake. I mean, 1.3 million is successful whichever way you slice it, I guess. Rick and Mortis. Let's just keep going. It drew me in with this promise of a fun game. If you like playing games, the first floor is a great place to start over. But you must know the rules to play the game. If you have a susceptible soul, you might get pulled in. I want to check the door on the first floor and just see if there's anything there. I think there is. Does it try to convince me to go up one by one? I already have the key. A is open. Every initiated follower knows that in order to bring about the second death, one must sacrifice 7 by passing them through the carved out of the impure vessel's face. I guess the gate carved out of the impure vessel's face, which is why Amy didn't have a face. Then shall the 7 animals, by passing them through the seal or carved out of the impure vessel's face, then shall the unspeakable reward whatever the subject was the second death. Such was the fate of that whore Amy. My beloved Gary has set his sights far too low. I will surpass her. That looks important. Can we have that? Is that the Kandarian dagger? I think rotoscoping as a technique doesn't often get used. Like Mortal Kombat did it. But it's kind of extremely time consuming compared to what you can do anyway with other technologies these days, so it's not super widespread. You have to sort of make a definitive choice to want to do a stylized game if you're using rotoscoping. And actually Mortal Kombat I think was technically pixelation. That's Pixillation. Which specifically is a technique where it's kind of like doing stop motion, but instead of using figures you use people. Like you stop the camera, you move, then you start the camera, then you stop it, and so on and so forth. Someone put a cross outside Amy's room. We'll come back to it. Fuck it. It's a real mess in here. Do I really want to mess with this? Dagger. Mask.
Some kind of seal is blocking my way.
You must know the rules. The dagger and the face. Now we have the key to get the dagger. If you wish to break the seal of Alu, your answer lies in the bloodstained knife and in the face hiding in the deep dark. But only those who have ascended to the highest point can descend to the lowest depths. Remember, Gary loves you. I can't control the game. Okay, my controller disconnected. Right. That's why. This Gary seems like a swell guy. we go. I thought it was like taking over my control when it walked out of that room, but no, it just got stuck. So the dagger is below us, but we need to go higher in order to solve the mystery. This isn't sus. Elevator friend. Timmy? 1426. Don't like this. There is no 7th floor. More tears. Hello, pastry. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7 buttons. 1426 is written there on the bottom right. I wonder if I have to sort of reset it and then do it in one go. I'll try it one more time, but then we'll move on to a higher floor. How are you doing, pastry? Ah, you got the Aubrey nut dance. I heckin' slept. Everyone heckin' slept. Alright, let's just keep going up then. Indeed, Uncanny Valley is very good for, like, rotoscoping is good for that. That's also why, another reason people go back to PS1 and earlier style games as well. It's because they're just not quite right. Like, Siren's really good for it. Our sister Tiffany has gone against the will of the unspeakable. I thought I could trust her, but I was wrong. Proceed with the original plan. The woman in 5A will be our vessel. Let her pious friend come to rescue her. The unspeakable shall crush them both. There is no 7th floor, I was told. Those who keep knocking on forbidden doors will be visited by the one who guards them. There is a 7th floor. Well, a pumpkin. It's just a Halloween update. Williams Family Newsletter, October 1987. If you're reading this, it means you've been invited to the Williams Family Annual Halloween Block Party. It will be held on Halloween starting at 5 PM in apartment 9B. Activities will start promptly, so please do not be late. If you plan on bringing a +1, please let me know in advance. Only friends and family, aka those who receive this newsletter, are invited. Also, just a reminder that this is a family-friendly event, so please leave all overly scary costumes and masks at home. Timmy is still traumatized after last year's incident. Also, I respectfully ask that you keep alcohol and cigarettes out of the apartment. Also, we do not want a repeat of last year with the power going out, so please bring treats but no tricks. And just another friendly reminder that anti-religious or satanic imagery will not be allowed in the apartment. Also, please be aware of Timmy's diet and food allergies, and please be aware that if he suffers from asthma, so please do not sneak up on him or try to scare him. Again, he still has trouble after what happened last year. You will also notice he has a new imaginary friend. When you see him, please just roll with it. Timmy's therapist says it's healthy for him to have such a coping mechanism. See you all at the party. Can't wait for you all to meet Mr. Miller, who has taken to Timmy so well and has become like a part of the family. Debbie. So Timmy, who saw the elevator friend, he had a bad time. I don't even remember text fuckery from chapter 2. It's 2 years ago. I should have replayed them, really. It might have been longer, actually. It might have been 3 years. Sacrifice what you cling to. Basement dumbwaiter. How to use: 1. Pull up on handle to open hatch. 2. Place item or being to be sacrificed inside the container. 3. Pull down on handle to close hatch. 4. Press button to send dumbwaiter to basement. Light will blink red if done successfully. 5. Please make sure your sacrifice does not jostle around inside the container. 6. Do not open hatch once dumbwaiter has reached the basement. I do not have enough earplugs and I am tired of people losing them. Please wait for the green light to come on before using. Oni. give up the cross?
So be it.
Uh-oh. Who dat? Oh, okay. Seems like a lot of candles are appearing. Cobwebs. Ah! I think those are the floors where that guy will appear. Shall we find out? Gary lied to us. When you see it, run. Oh, the lift doesn't work anymore.
It's like camera.
The camera. Okay. The door's open. Nope. So they're doing the satanic rituals in this room. We should probably back off. Or do we maybe have to go that way? I think we do. A lot of things are appearing. Don't want to step on those faces. But so I remember those symbols on the ground. That is usually when a thing was attacking us, wasn't it? I see the stairs. The dagger now is covered in blood. This is very cursed. Mother, please leave me alone. Oh god, this sucks. Yes. Oh, it doesn't need film to... It's got a very good battery and a very fast flash in 1987, we'll put it that way. Can't get out. We have to go to the basement. Get our cross back. That must be the thing that fled the basement when we sent our cross down. Ah, light has been restored. Is that Amy's face? My beloved... Oh god.
My beloved Gary, alas, the mask is already stained with blood. My blood, the ritual is complete. You will not find me on this mortal plane, for I am beyond. Look for me in the unseen world, if you dare. Tiffany.
Ah. Tiffany was sacrificed, I guess. Oh, do I have to exercise the knife as well? I think I do. Oh. Oh.
Mortis.
I guess I can't fight it. I'll try running. Okay, no, leaving the room is immediate death. Some of those candles are lighting up. Maybe that's a clue.
Buster! I know your secret. Put out your eyes. You can't hide anymore. Betrayer.
I can fight you.
She is always with you.
She's always with you. Dios mio, nomine Christi.
You belong to her.
You belong to her. To Mother? Amy? I wonder. Oh no. Is that Mother? I feel okay. I want to find that dagger. And the 7th floor. That would be good. You can see at the door on the 5th floor. One 426. I'm gonna try that code again, see if that works. Still can't get there. Alright. Here we go.
Lisa, thank God you're alright. Good, what are you so good? It's so dark, I can't see through it anymore. I got here as fast as I could. Let's go, Lisa. I'm not Lisa.
John. Lisa's got demon. Lisa are the demon. Shit, that's an attack. I see. We must exercise, Lisa. The power of Christ compels you. Don't touch me. The power of Christ compels you. Fight it, John. Oh, I think I'm supposed to
Oh no, Lisa, I'm so sorry.
press buttons.
Never made me do it.
Oh. Who's that bad end? Hmm. Hmm. What an interesting progression we are going through.
Mr. and Mrs. Martin?
Pop's glasses. See, there's a shadow behind me.
Hello? Hello?
don't remember anything further. Okay, go back this way.
Amy, let's go back to the basement. Let's go. You need to get better. What about there it is? Get better. You did save her. That's enough. She's here with me. You know. We are doing this here and now. All by yourself. Go ahead. Please, you're little stick at me. Father Allred, Mr. Martin?
It is John Lloyd.
Please.
October 30th, one day till the profane Sabbath. Are there multiple endings to this? I'm wondering if, like, not saving that woman has locked me out of good endings. I think I had to hammer a button, but I didn't realise.
I'm not going in there.
John, I'm getting reports of children exhibiting strange behaviour at the daycare centre on 4th Street. If Nate and Jason are there, then you can bet that it is the place where they will try to summon Malthus. There's no time left. Go to the daycare and find out what's really going on. Fear not, voy con Dios, Father Garcia. Daycare. I'm sure this won't be cursed. A riddle priest, how do you make a portal to hell? Come see me and I'll show you. The tunnels await. Ben, age 6. Gary loves us. Mother Moon watcheth her little ones behind a door of sleep. Daughter Chalice is filled on offering to the Master in the unseen world. Spirit bird arriveth from afar and cometh back to roost. These vessels are the unholy trinity. The fallen star shall guide them. What colors can you see? Look at the children if you are lost. I missed a couple notes. Moon, chalice, bird. And the colors are dictated by the drawing, so it's a red star. Your brain tried to turn it into a less scary picture of an alien putting their arms in the air. Great. Green, Earth, red star, pink kids, blue kids, 3 blue, 3 pink, 2 red, 1 green. I'm trying to figure out what this could all mean. Pink, blue. I have to scroll through all the notes again just to get to it. Daughter Chalice is filled on offering to the master in the unseen world. Spirit bird arrives from afar and comes back to roost. The fallen star shall guide them. Ah. The blue cloud. It drops water. Blue chalice. Mother Moon is red. My Dream by Kaylee. Great. Tyler and Uncle Earl. The Pink Chalice. An orange moon, a red star. And a blue bird. This is where it lives. Sorry, what? If you are reading this, then congratulations, you are on your way to experiencing the wonders of our unspeakable future under the guidance of Gary. Gary, our brother. Gary, our friend. Gary, a normal human being just like you and me. As a Tier 1 acolyte, you are just beginning your unspeakable journey to eventually see what Gary sees, and prove yourself worthy to be a vessel fit to experience the second death, reserved for only the most worthy. To find out if you are a vessel, remember to attend meetings of the Eternal Order of the Second Death twice a week. Follow Gary's instructions exactly. Be honest with him in all that you do. Do not ever ask what is behind the door in the basement of the clinic. She consumed 6 little twigs. Only 2 were left to walk as husks. Go ahead, priest, stare into the eyes of my mother. Neat. Five. Seems normal. Let's do it. Now we're back in the tunnel. Gaze upon the magnificence of La Pieta Carota. This beautiful statue depicts a faithful member of the Order receiving the second death in the loving embrace of Et Mater. 2 such statues were commissioned thanks to the generous patronage of the Save family. We invite everyone to reverently approach the statue whenever they are in need of rest. Save point. If you're reading this, congratulations, you have officially been granted Tier 2 status in the Eternal Order of the Second Death. Upon crossing the threshold from Tier 1 to Tier 2, your life as an acolyte will change dramatically. You may start noticing shadowy figures in the corners of rooms, or experience feelings of lost time when holding sharp objects. Ancient symbols written in blood will materialize on the floor and walls of your home. Animals will no longer trust you. You may emit a foul odor that will cause your former loved ones to avoid you. These are just a few of the marvelous blessings that await you in this new stage of life. If you remain loyal to Gary, your journey towards becoming a vessel for the second death will progress to new levels of knowledge and power. Remember, if you neglect your weekly meetings or do not pay your tithes to the Order, your fingers will be forcibly bent backwards. Gary loves you. They should kneel before the Lord. So we can temporarily disable them. Andrus soweth discord, east and west trade places. Oh boy. Ordog stirreth his pot, full of sinners, the seats revolve. Five seats in the north facing west, 5 in the south facing east. Baal giveth favour, the low seats are made high. not sure which one that was. Or dog. East and west, Andrus. Five seats in the north facing west, 5 in the south facing east. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only one of them is the wrong way around, annoyingly. But I'll give a favour that the low seats are made high. 1, 2, 3, 4. Try to figure out which god is... Ow! Whoa. Oh, it's that painting. John and Lisa, was it Lisa or Linda? I forget. They were both in that building. We're having like a peyote drip. This is cool as hell. Now you are ready. Oh dear. They just dumped us back at the start, but we're trapped in here now. I wasn't able to figure out the chairs puzzle in time. I think that's what it is. I think these are these optional things that if you get it right, you get other things. I don't know, but... because of time today, I might only be able to do one playthrough of this, but I really want to figure that stuff out at some point. Oh, hello. Deliver into Moloch's hands and before opening its navel. So this is Moloch. I wonder if this picture changes. Quod tu estis fumus. Mate, don't do that. A puzzle. Maybe if I just keep going. Oh dear.
More of this.
God damn it. More days. He runs quicker than I thought. More. Just ignore him. She's turned to watch us. Filthy acolyte, the substance of Gary's influence flows through your veins. You are corrupted beyond repair. Your family and friends have forsaken you. There is no returning from the path you have chosen. Only Gary can save you now. Give up and fully let him into your heart and mind. If you do so, he will make you into a vessel worthy of the unspeakable. Resist and your soul will be lost forever. Welcome to Tier 3. Gary loves you. So he does. Let's go this way this time. What is this? The house from Faith. Ignore that guy. Let's play red light, green light. Well, didn't do very well at red light, green light. I guess I have to stop long before she turns around. Hello. Oh, for fuck's sake, really? Okay, no panic. We're gonna have to be brave. Damn it. Alright, let's practice fighting this guy. He takes a lot of damage. Is he gonna respawn? Yes, he is. Annoyingly, I have to do this whole section again. Spin. The priest has died a lot. Let's just spin the wheel. It's not picking me up today. The camera's being super weird. Why is it being like that? Come on. Come on. Come on. It's like it keeps forgetting it's supposed to be picking me up. There we go. It's a treat! Oh, lovely. Thank you, pastry. That's a nice little break from being killed. Let's get one of those in us. It is, I don't know. Hazelnut swirl. Wow! Delicious. Thank you. I need to learn to deal with these guys. Poor John. I turned at the exact wrong moment. I wanted to see if I could use the cross on the eye. I guess I can't. Okay, I made it to the stairs, so I'm safe. Getting through these two is going to be rough. I think I got it. Uh-oh. No, 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 no. That guy started walking. Right, there's a range. Okay, I'm wondering if there's a way for me to get past. Nope. Oh, that was close. Damn it! I think I almost had him as well. So if I approach and run away, then maybe I can do it. I'm out. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Ah, so
More this.
it's not quite enough. Green light, red light, green light. This requires patience. It's just annoying. Doing it over and over again because of the next room being a problem. I literally stopped at the exact moment that she turned around. Oh, great, yeah. It's delicious. This is what I would call the irritating section. Now I have to figure out this part. Okay. Okay, now she's facing the house. Okay. With the blood and all that. Do a big save. Would that fire have been in the other hand? Right, yeah. It's probably a bug. Naval. I see we've had some problems here. What about the other picture? No face. Red circle. What's that? Yo, look at that. Ah. Oh boy. It's very interesting. Whoa, that's close. That's close. Gotta get out. I'm not good with mirrors. Don't like that very much, does it? Oh boy. But he did not get lucky twice. Does this work? Guess we'll just have to deal with it. Well, it felt like it was luck-based. There we go. Okay, I can't figure out how to get that. That's gonna be a problem. better route. Right, we know we have to get out again. Just in time. I feel like these routes encroach upon us as we hold our cross up, as if we don't. But what does it mean? Look, they don't grow anymore. It went more to the top of the mirror, which I thought meant it was going more to the bottom of the room. So when I went to the top of the room to avoid it, it didn't work. Am I dumb? Am I being dumb? Maybe I can walk through the mirror? I don't get it. I don't get it. I saw it take damage then. Maybe Mirror John has to damage it. And that's where I'm going wrong. Maybe that's... Oh boy. Didn't see that coming. Got away with it. Please no more. I just want to not have to do all this again. I wonder if that's Gary. Okay, can't save anymore. That's fine. Right, diving into the deep. You are now a Tier 4 Acolyte. You have descended beyond everything that could possibly save you. Your words are not your own. Your actions are not your own. You belong body and spirit to Gary. Your face itches for the warm embrace of the ritual mask. You long for the blinding pain of the ninth. You truly are Gary's chosen vessel. Fear not, only a little longer, and you will experience the second death. Adios, alma perdita. Gary loves you. Partake of the dark. A lantern. Okay. Jump scares. We got crows up in here. This is like Silent Hill, but Faith Edition. Meat World. Here we go. What is the trees? This is like the forest in the first one. We had to keep dodging shit. A house. My dearest colleague Jacob, thank you for the letter. I am delighted to hear of the success of your venture in Pennsylvania. However, it was not enough to persuade me to join your cause. I have no interest in crumbling ghost towns, nor government experiments, nor the gibbering behemoths that lurk shamefully in the darkness between worlds. Such matters are not worthy of my expertise. My methods may be more delicate than yours, but I assure you they were given to me straight from the source. The Antichrist will step forth very soon. The second death will consume this world. This pitiful fleshy sphere is still in its infancy, yet everlastingly too late to redeem. When the time comes, I hope we may reunite as cohorts, albeit not as equals. Love always, Gary. P.S. I almost forgot to thank you for the pet. I will keep it outside my private quarters as a guard against intruders. Who is this from? Jacob. Jacob, Gary, and one other. Oh boy. That's the pet, huh? I don't think I like the pet. I don't like dodging these purple things that keep jumping out as well. They seem to, sometimes they catch you off guard, like really close to the edge. Just keep walking. Okay, that's one seal broken. Okay, we can get rid of them. We're very lost in the woods right now. Not enough. Oh god, this is going to be annoying. We've got to do all that again. I guess it's better to just run than it is to fight. One. I suppose that message from the previous level still holds true. Do left and right before you do the center. It's much easier that way, right? Oh, they're always so close when they die. Like, you have to be really quick off the mark. Let's go back the way we came. back to the center. Wonder if I can do something here. Okay. It's definitely a pretty rough path. There's that. And then it leads us this way. But the concentration to be able to react really, really quickly to those things is nuts. 3 at once. Right. Jesus, there's so many of them. Please just save. Please. Alright, let's follow it back. Fuck. Oh, that was close. Okay. Right. Do you really want to open this door? Sure.
How do you make a portal to hell?
A bunch of 7 sacrifices and someone's face.
Sometimes it waits for someone who has already walked through it.
Poignant.
Sometimes it opens itself inside the best darkest room where nobody can find it.
Big spooky.
Sometimes it comes like you got up to you.
Oh, he's so tired.
Hello, John. It's Master Fireball Miko. Lord, help me. Somebody please help me.
Who dis? Wait, is this your dude? Is this your boy God?
This is too much for me. I'm so afraid. Please let me escape this place. I just want to go home. I'll do whatever you want. Just take me away from here. I swear it.
Hmm. October 31st, the profane Sabbath.
My name is Gary Miller. So you're the one behind all this. In the name of the Lord, I demand to know what the hell is going on here. Well, you have come this far. I suppose you deserve some answers. Fine, you get 3 questions, but no more.
Please, Gary, illuminate us.
Me? I am a normal human being, just like you. My mission is to prepare this world for the Antichrist. To do this, I give the second death to my chosen people.
The boys or Malthus? Let's talk about Malthus.
I'm the spirit preparing the way for the Antichrist. The two of us together must fulfill the profane Sabbath. Oh, do not fret. Malthus has already been summoned to this plane. Did you really think you could prevent his arrival?
I can only ask 3 questions, and it's either stuff in the real world or stuff about second death. But our mission, John's mission was to save Amy originally, right?
My beloved Amy. She was the perfect vessel for the second death. But then you came and screwed it all up. No matter, once you have completed your journey, she will be mine again. Are we done chatting? I think you have stood in my way long enough.
Oh, boss time. Here we go.
For you to finally kneel before the power of the
This was kind of tough last time.
You will make a fine sacrifice. On guard.
But
Spiders.
that's awesome. Oh no. Damn it.
Mortis. On guard.
I mean, that was great. I'm glad I got to see it. Okay, so his whole thing is just knock the cross out of your hand. Oh, we can teleport. It kind of stuns him for a minute. I just love the echo on that. Rain of spiders, spiders, spiders. It's a nice Chopin piece, I think. Come on, man. Cross versus Trident. What the fuck is that? Oh, he's using his demonic influence against me. Uh-oh. So you can get your crossbike, you're okay. Getting hit is actually kind of beneficial. Whoa, his head popped. Yo, is that Garcia? Why don't I have one of those? Be not afraid.
It appears we missed something in our search, something that you can broken this seal. There must be another way to stop the demons from coming through. I will defend this place as best I can. Don't worry, the thralls of the second death are closing in.
I'm guessing we could have unsealed this if we'd succeeded at everything. Okay, he's good. Protect me. I didn't do a very good job, did you? Fucking Garcia. Jesus.
This is the girl sequel of the profane Sabbath, the source of the demonic activity. The seal of the Holy Trinity prevents us from going any further. It appears we missed something in our search, something that could have broken this seal. There must be another way to stop the demons from coming through. I will defend this place as best I can. Don't worry, the thralls of the second death are...
Second is about 3 hours to get to this point. I think it's kind of a 2-hour game if you don't screw up. And there's definitely some stuff that we've missed. Nice! Help! This guy's been following me for ages. Right. sake, now I have to sit through all that dialogue again. This is frustrating. I can't skip it, I tried. So, I owe you all an apology. My chat apparently paused fucking ages ago, and the last thing I saw was when Pastry did the dance emotes for PopCat. That was like an hour ago. Oh my god. I'm just gonna let myself die while they catch up with chat. I'm sorry. I didn't realize. I just thought nobody was speaking. That happens sometimes. Alright, let me catch up. Sigi was here. Hello, good welcome. First time chat. Hello. Something about meatballs. Do I need help? No, I do not. I apparently made it through. John Mirror. Okay, that was the mirror bit. Let's see. Very silly creature. Don't know which one that. Oh, is that a thing from the house? Okay, fuck you. Right, no. I'm my apologies. I'm like, why is my viewers are just dropping off and no one's been chatting for like an hour. It's like, nope, they have. You just haven't fucking been paying attention. Not my fault. Stream chat paused itself. My apologies to anyone that showed up that was new and thought I was just being ignorant. Anyway, this seal kind of looks like Doraemon. I will defend this place as best I can. Don't worry, the thralls of the second death are closing in. Right, now let's like get this guy to be fucking useful because... Oh, come on, man! Oh boy. Nice. Oh, it's so bad! Right. Turns out we weren't that far away from doing this the first time round. Oh wow, all the police are very dead.
Well done, Ivo. You sealed up the demonic force within the crucible. Is it finally over? For now. But we did not fully destroy Gary and his unholy trinity. Someday the horror will return. Until then, I'm going to war with the unspeakable. I need people like you, John. I don't think I'm the one you're looking for, Father. I'm weak. I've done some horrible things. I need time to figure this all out. That was Tory Twist. Get in the car, Ivo.
Yeah, probably bad end. Could have been worse. just a new forced friend. Yeah, so like I said while I was playing, there was almost definitely stuff that we fucked up that we could probably have done differently to get good end, but I don't really want to spend too much more time on this today. I'll probably play it again sometime and get those endings and have a look. But that was the second game of the day, and yeah, Signalis is coming up soon. But this was a game by Airdorf. There were times where it's frustrating, and I think it was probably would have been less frustrating if I had realised I hadn't posed chat and had all these people, you know, kind of standing with me on it, but that's on me. The real horror is auto-posing your chat. Fuck's sake. Anyway, I'm glad some of you are still here at least. Yeah, but this was really cool. It was very much worth waiting for. Faith is always really creepy, very, very spooky, very cool games. Ending 1, A New Purpose. I look forward to seeing what other endings I could have gotten on that. Right. Tremendous. The Faith Trilogy is very much worth playing, by the way. The other two games are great too. The Trilogy, I think I paid like £12 for. It's really cheap. And it's tremendously good. Now then,